mics aren't on.
Oh,
You clap. Hold on. No, I'm just kidding. Don't clap again. Swear to God. Got any questions before we start?
No, not really.
All right. Know it all. That's fine. How many notes did you take?
This is when I was gonna abate my rent because my gas stove was leaking.
Oh.
Those
Get a little
are
closer to me
budget
there.
things. Here we go.
Ooh. Perfect. All right. Actor.
Actor.
The definition of the word. No, I'm just kidding. Let's not start there. That's
Webster's
dumb.
Dictionary.
Webster's Dictionary.
Webster's Dictionary can suck my.
Webster's Dictionary defines actor as a man who will never have a steady job. So don't marry him, Deborah.
Don't.
That would be my wedding speech for someone named Deborah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's unfortunate because you didn't marry someone named Deborah.
Well, why would I give the speech to my own wedding? This is like my best man speech.
Oh, I see.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So not your wedding vows.
Deborah.
Okay.
But in my vows, I did call my wife. Her middle name is Renee, and every now and then I call her Renesmee, just as a joke, because that was the stupid baby from Twilight.
Oh yeah, Renesmee. Yeah, the weird CGI baby with like
Yeah,
the messed up face
creepy.
that Jacob fell in love
Oh,
with.
they couldn't hire an actor for that?
Yeah.
Come on.
God, there are so many babies that wanted that role.
Like,
I swear.
All these unemployed babies. Honestly, like
Essentially, yeah. I think most babies are unemployed though.
yeah.
So I'm not
that's
gonna.
the problem.
Yeah.
Some of them willfully, some of them not. Some of them could have used that role.
Maybe some of them want jobs. You keep scooting away. You gotta get in that camera.
I'm sorry. I'm
Get all up in it.
I just get nervous talking about Twilight because I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah.
Oh God, you haven't seen Twilight?
I have not. No.
Oh, that's as jarring as this.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. What is going on with
Just
your
trying to find
chair?
the lock on these wheels. Never mind. I got it. I'm acting like I got it. I'm in control.
You're not a techie. You're an actor.
Uh-oh.
All right.
Ooh.
Looking for locks on your casters, as the techies would call a wheel.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Yep. The lockdown be planted and all that.
They call it a caster instead of a wheel.
That's right.
Oh.
Is there a reason for that?
I think they just lock. I don't know.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm a stagecraft teacher. Hi, good to meet you. Yeah, they're basically just wheels that have a lock on them that prevent them from going. So you have like casters on flats, or hell, you could put them on anything.
Wait, so caster is the name of the lock?
I don't know. I've never thought of it.
Yeah. Is it the locking or locking wheel?
Teacher.
Yeah. Yeah.
Question.
Yes. You in the front.
Why don't you know your material, teacher?
Yeah.
I can Google it, all right? You all
okay.
can Google this. I don't know why you pay money for this. You
Yeah,
can Google
honestly.
everything.
Honestly.
Everything.
Yep.
Yes.
Please don't fire me.
Yes. Don't. Yeah. If you don't know what a caster is, what are you doing here? No.
What are you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's half of stagecraft, is knowing what a caster is and then telling actors not to do that.
Yeah.
Yep.
You don't cast her.
Hey.
Hey, whoa, caster, I hardly knew her. What? Oh. Actor.
Actors.
Yeah, well, hold on. Who are you? What are you doing?
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Yeah. Well, I'm Gavin. I'm an actor. I just did a really fun show with Blackout called Dirty Old Rio Grande Valley.
Yeah.
So just here on the podcast now. And let me see. Earlier today, I was running like a game of Starfinder. Like it's like a D&D like sci-fi game.
Cool. Yeah.
And it's fun session.
Did you find some stars?
Well, right now they're on like a prison planet. That's like this big desert.
Yeah.
So no stars.
No stars yet. Well, I mean, you could see them, but
Yeah, would you be really bad at your job? No, hold on. Ed, you'd be bad at just life if you couldn't find a star.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
because then it's like, well, they're up there.
Yeah, you see a
Just look
light,
up.
head to it.
Yeah. Yep. And if you don't see it, you can just point up.
Yeah, there's some out there.
Yeah.
I'm sure, there's some.
I think I'm hitting one somewhere.
Yeah. Throw a rock, you'll hit a star in
Yep.
space. Eventually.
Yeah, and then then he ventures over and just like it's up there.
Aw,
No.
yeah.
It's a very quick game.
So in this show you did you was there ever a moment where you're like, wow, I'm an actor, I'm acting?
Ooh. Yeah. It's yeah, it is. Yeah, I do get into it. Is like, oh shoot, I'm like acting, I'm performing, and like. But what's really fun about this show is a lot of like the audience interactions, and because it was like a melodrama, and so it was very interactive with the audiences, and so I was like the main villain, so they were like booing me and all that whenever I would come on. They would, and I would say stuff like, oh, I hate roadrunners, which is like the opposite of how I feel. And it was just, it was really fun just playing the villain. And I haven't really had like a good like villain role before. So it was really fun to just go all into the, like it's super fun.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I saw the show.
Well,
Yeah.
so you were performing in not theaters, right? You were performing in bars and other places.
Yeah, we were performing at like different bars and like some like outdoor spaces. I think the closest we had to like a theater was this amphitheater they had down at like Wildlife West in Edgewood. And that was that was nice. And it was like, still outdoor. And I think one of the shows we had to move inside from the rain because like it rained and the whole stage was just like a puddle.
Oh,
And so it would have been like
That's
singing
safe.
in the rain if,
Yeah.
yeah.
But
No tap dancing and
yeah,
no
no.
singing. Wait, there was singing.
Oh, there was singing. Yep, there was singing. Yep.
Fun.
I wanted to see it, but I was doing a show that overlapped, conflicted perfectly with that
Ooh.
show.
Mhm.
So my last night was your last night.
Oh shoot! And now we're both just
Yeah.
adrift.
Yeah.
Did you see his play?
I didn't see it. I was doing something.
Yeah.
Oh shit!
You didn't see my play either.
I
What
didn't
was
see
your
play.
excuse?
Oh my god! So my excuse was I didn't have a car.
Oh.
And I
Rookie.
I was gonna go that last weekend, and I exploded my back windshield.
Oh my gosh.
I was moving film equipment in that I've done 1,000 times, and I was putting the C-stand cart in my car, which usually fits, except this time something in my brain put it in backwards.
Oh.
And I thought I had the clearance, and it did the thing where like I closed my trunk almost all the way to where it was like it was latched, but it wasn't like completely closed.
Oh.
And I pushed it just the gentlest I could possibly push it, and the whole window fucking exploded.
Oh my gosh.
It was fantastic.
Holy crap.
I was covered in glass. I had glass in my eye for a while.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know how you get
Wait,
glass.
so exploded, you mean actually just whoosh?
It literally did.
Oh my
And
gosh.
with the gentlest pressure I put down, I was so shocked. And of course, the building I was at, all these construction workers were nearby. And they
They're
just
like,
looked at me
"Oh."
like, who's this fucking chump?
Who the heck
this
is this guy?
Exploded his window.
You might need to stop working out,
I
Blacksmith.
guess,
yes.
yeah.
Those gains.
So, I missed 2 days of work and your plays. So I'm very sorry
Dang.
and
Damn.
poor.
yeah. Yeah, like oh my god, a whole windshield, back windshield,
Yeah. But shit, my God, it was so expensive too. It was
Yeah.
like almost $500 to
Oh my-
replace it.
Wow.
So
my gosh.
stupid mistake. Always take your time. Don't get complacent with things. If you've done something 1,000 times, still double check.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, like don't like force it,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, what you missed about my show is every night before the show, I said a prayer to the patron saint of actors.
Oh.
The patron Catholic saint of actors. You know who that is?
Catholic saint?
Catholic.
No.
Catholic.
I
We
don't
used
know
to
Catholic
praise
saint.
Thespis, the first actor.
Thespis is credited as the first actor, which of course he comes from ancient Greece.
Yeah.
So there's a whole other countries to consider, but yes, generally Thespis, but he's not Catholic.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I want to hear a guess. Who do you think would be the Catholic saint of actors?
Oh shit.
Reach back into that catechism knowledge, see if you can.
There is
Call upon
a
anything.
saint that's my namesake, Saint Stephen, who was kind of sarcastic. Yeah, apparently he was kind of mischievous.
Ooh.
I'm gonna guess Saint Stephen.
Okay, what about you?
Ooh. I'm trying not to say Saint Bernard, but I'm not sure. How about Saint Saint Dio?
Saint Dio.
Yeah, Dio. Like
Saint
Dionysus. I don't know.
Oh, well,
Well,
Dionysus.
I like that.
I think that'll just be Saint God.
That should be
'Cause
Saint
it would
God.
be Dio.
Oh, right. Yeah, right. Yeah.
I like the idea that it was Saint Bernard.
Yeah.
As they're around the table, all right, we got to think of saints. What about Saint Bernard? What's he the saint of? Acting. What, are you serious? He's named after a dog. He's the saint of dogs.
It's
No.
Dog's
Acting.
taken.
Well, actually, his name is Saint Genesius.
Oh.
Saint Genesius of
weird.
Rome.
Ooh.
Okay.
Ancient Rome. And the only reason I know him is because my mom sent a text from her friend who was praying for me to Saint
Okay.
Genesius.
Oh.
And that's how I learned about it. But Saint Genesius performed in ancient Rome, and the irony is that he performed in plays that mocked Christianity.
Oh, cool.
He mocked the whole concept of the religion. So he was doing a play in front of the emperor, and which was mocking, and he was doing a mocking recreation of baptism, I think. So he performed a baptism, and as the story goes, as he was performing it, he had a religious experience and converted right on the spot.
Oh.
Weird.
And so he stopped the show. He was like, "Hold on, everyone, guys, I have a confession to
This
make.
ain't funny anymore.
I've got another confession to make." And he's like, I'm converting right now. And the emperor was like, "No, don't take it back."
Oh, wow.
And he was like, "No." So they beheaded him.
Oh, that's
shit.
crazy.
Whoa.
They beheaded him. His
Dang.
feast day is August 25th. And he not only is he the patron saint of actors, he's the patron saint of lawyers, barristers, clowns, comedians, converts, dancers, epileptics,
Oh, okay.
Well,
musicians,
of course.
printers, stenographers, and torture victims.
Oh,
So
cool.
kind of a mix of,
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
the groups.
Eclectic.
Yeah.
Dang. Mm-hmm.
He
Yeah.
wears a lot of hats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does. I don't know where the victims of epilepsy came from.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe
Yeah,
this
because
is-
if there's one thing that's not funny, it's epilepsy.
yeah.
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 maybe that's something he mocked in his routine.
And he's
Oh,
like, you know
God.
what? Actually, I just haven't experienced flashing lights yet. So.
Yeah. So you know,
You think God was like, I'm going to teach this fucker?
Yeah.
Like, I could stand like
This
the
guy-
baptism stuff.
this
but
guy has no idea what's coming for him.
Yeah.
I got a cousin who's epileptic. I'm not me, God. I'm being God. right
Okay, yeah.
now. Sorry. I do have a cousin who's epileptic. Yeah.
Oh.
But who doesn't know someone
Yeah.
who's epileptic,
Mhm.
honestly? Yeah.
Me, honestly, I don't think I do.
Really?
Wait, do I not know anyone? I don't think I do know any. Yeah, no, I don't think I've met anyone who's like epileptic. Really?
Interesting.
Yeah, unless there's
Oh.
someone I don't know who's in the epilepsy closet. But
Oh, I feel like
Right?
I feel like I know like 10 people who have epilepsy. That's
Oh, wow.
strange.
That's a great gift.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just I'm the finder.
Well, now we know who you should pray to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, he's the patron saint of actors and
Yeah.
and people with epilepsy.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. So yeah, give it a try
Yep.
next time.
All right. Yeah. Yeah.
Next your next show.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that you do? Because you just started this, but was there like a pre-show ritual that you all do?
Ooh. Well, we typically do some vocal warm-ups, like ones where we go on like a roller coaster. Where like we start like wide mouth, like oh, then we go E and then ooh at the bottom.
Yeah.
See, I know what you mean, but I was thinking if I didn't know what you mean, I'd be like, we do our warm up. We go to Cliffs. We have a great time.
Yeah.
and then
We take
go to the show.
the rattler.
Yeah.
What was it, the rattlesnake?
The
Before
Rattler.
every show.
Rattler. Yep. Before every show.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
expensive.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
There's the Cliffs Rattler Fund of the warming
Oh
up.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You have like a superstitious thing that you have to do every time.
Ooh. There was something that some of us would do for if we're getting like anxious, is to kind of like rub our chests like this and like push it down to our feet.
Sure.
But there wasn't really anything that was like, don't do this or else the show will go bad. I mean, of course, there's like we weren't saying Macbeth or anything like that.
Whoa! Oh!
Well,
Turn around three times.
Everything just broke.
Turn around 3 times
yeah.
and spit.
Oh, yeah. Oh yeah, but no, but we didn't really have any like superstitions, but just kind of just would go through things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's cool. I don't have any as an adult, but I do remember like every high school does. And every now and then, my students who just came from high school will do like their high school thing. And then we praised Thespis before every show at my high school. And they had this thing that they said where we just repeated it together. I think it was, "Oh, Thespis, though we are not in your sacred grove, but in the theater at blah, 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 blah. Give us a good show," or something like that, where it's this like ritualistic chant that I did in my thespian troupe. And I think it just kept going because it's been the same teacher for like 20 years. I'm hoping it kept going.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of nice to go there 20 years later and be like seeing students doing the same exact thing that you did there for
that'd be
good
really
luck.
cool. Yeah.
And then you can go back to that school and be like, "Ha, losers."
Yeah, nerds can't even smoke anymore when you're 18. Ah. Yeah, I smoked a lot in theater when I was 18. So, yeah. Although I did a lot of reckless shit when I was doing theater, which was good because now I'm a stagecraft teacher. So I got to do a lot of like exploratory without oversight. You know, so like I learned how to weld in theater.
Oh.
And my teacher was there for like 10 minutes the first day. He was like, "You look like you got it." And then, and then I was just allowed to take the keys and take the welding machine out whenever I wanted to.
Oh my gosh.
And just weld shit. And you couldn't probably do that in any school nowadays.
Yeah, no. You have to be like, probably have to go through like 4 classes before you even touch it.
Yeah. And then you'd have to have an adult watch you the whole time.
Not you.
No.
You were the chosen one.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
Yeah. He saw how you're doing. And it's like, wow, he's a chosen one. You don't need it.
Yeah, I guess so. Or he's just getting drunk in the back. I don't know.
Yeah. 50-50 chance on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it seem to you like people have different standards for actors, like people in society, as compared to other professions like construction workers, architects, hospital staffers?
Well, less people die if we mess up.
I don't know. Saint Genesius.
Oh yeah, If so,
Oh,
don't
one
convert on
person
stage.
died,
So
yeah.
don't convert on stage.
Okay,
Don't say
yeah.
Macbeth.
Oh God. Oh.
Yep. Heteb Chem.
Ooh.
That's something we would do.
Oh, okay.
We'd say it backwards 3 times to undo it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Heteb
Heteb Chem.
Chem.
Yeah.
That's cool. I never heard of that one.
Sounds like an Egyptian.
Oh yeah. Ooh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pharaoh.
Yeah.
Pharaoh Heteb Chem.
Oh yeah. Pharaoh Heteb Chem of the Nile.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
No, but there are plenty of actors who've died on stage.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think when you die as an actor, well, I was going to bring up Twilight Zone, but that was the fault of a helicopter pilot and the director.
Oh.
If anyone knows that story, I won't
Rod
go into it
Sterling?
now. No, the Twilight Zone movie. So
I didn't know there was a movie.
well, it's horrible. Should I go into it?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Okay. Trigger warning. Child death.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right.
I don't have to tell it.
Well, yeah, we
no,
can skip that then. If
Well, we'll just say that the director at the time, I don't remember who it is. Was it John Landis or someone who was directing this segment with who's the actor? Rob Morrow? I don't know. This old actor, and he's in this segment where they're in Vietnam. And the director every time was like, "Okay, the helicopter flying head needs to get lower. And so this last take, it got so low, it killed him and 2 child actors instantly.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a Twilight Zone movie, and it's in the movie, so you can go see it.
Wow.
thanks, I won't.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow.
I do know there was it was the Spider-Man Broadway show.
Yeah. Yeah. Turn off the dark.
Turn off the dark. Yeah.
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 Oh,
You
yeah.
could see all the songs, like the albums on Spotify. You could see all of the shitty songs
wow.
on YouTube. Oh my God. I don't know if either of you saw that.
I haven't.
No, I avoided it.
Yeah,
Oh my
I didn't.
God.
I didn't hear it, but I like know of it. I watched like a video about it, and just like the whole kind of just disaster of it.
Yeah. I think it's just an excuse because the songs were horrible. Like, we got to turn this off because all these, we have to turn off the dark.
Spider-Man, turn off the music.
Did you do any stats on how many people actually got hurt?
No, I wasn't in a morbid mood when I was looking this up. But, you know, it makes me think maybe that guy converted.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, Steve, we need you to convert to Christianity.
Yeah.
Why? Oh, no reason.
Yep.
Okay, let me get in this harness and, you know, wedgie my balls up beyond repair, and then I'll convert to, yeah, I think that was what happened. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone really hurt their groin.
Oh, actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
No. So many actors got hurt.
Oh yeah, like a bunch of people got like injured during it. Like
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
yeah, because it's like all like high ropes and everything like that. It's like the most. It was like I mean, there's like Cirque du Soleil, but it's like there's like so much. It's like a really crazy show to do.
Super
for, like, Broadway.
sophisticated cable machines that had to go off at very specific points within like milliseconds of each other.
Yeah.
It's hard enough to hoist up a Peter Pan in a like a freaking community show, let alone horrible acrobatics that are going like, oh, Spider-Man's got to do 14 flips here and then fight the vulture. It's nuts.
And then all of those go right in a run of a play. Like, it's theater, it's live.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like film where it's like, oh, we got to retake that.
Do you think that's a mistake that was like directly human led, as like a stage manager not calling a cue correctly, or like someone backstage accidentally pulling the wrong rope?
Well, they didn't have to worry about that because everything was programmed with computers.
Right.
But they did have to worry about actors getting everything within a second of itself. So when you do a Broadway show, typically things are like that, where you can put it on a timer and be like, okay, the very last word of this is exactly 2 hours and 43 minutes and 32 seconds because they've rehearsed it so much. But it's less important to go 1, 2, 3 seconds over or under in like a musical. But when there's like a show that you could literally die on any of these machines if you're a second off because they need to actually get called and go, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
And so they shot for the sky and they fell, you know, they tried them.
Yeah.
So here's another question for our guest. As an actor, what is the line? What will you not do in terms of like stunts, performance techniques, I guess, being naked on stage?
Ooh. Let me see. I don't know. There's a lot of willing to like try and like do.
Like stuff you would try first?
Yeah, like try first. And there's definitely stuff where it's like, all right, I'm like not qualified to like do that. I'd like hurt myself, like you know, like wires and stuff like that. I mean, like if I got like training or something, it's hard to say what like is like a big. I mean, you know, I guess probably like naked on stage, but I don't know. I guess it depends on it. If it's like
who's in the audience,
yeah, or like, you know, I guess just like the way of it. I guess like why the nudity?
Yeah,
you know.
If it's tasteful.
Yeah, if it's like a tasteful choice rather than just like, hey, let's you know.
Yeah. Equus.
Yeah, Equus. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, like Daniel Radcliffe, Equus kind of thing.
Did you do Equus?
Would I do Equus? I'd do it, sure. I mean, I don't know.
All right.
I don't really know much about Equus, but sure. Let's
bring in the horse.
Bring in the horse.
You didn't read that release, did you? Because it's in there.
Oh shoot.
Oh god.
Uh-oh. Here he comes.
Oh, that's why I'm naked. Oh,
what's a horse sound like? I don't know. Something like that.
Yeah. But I don't know. Yeah, I guess it just it really depends. Yeah.
What about you? As an actor, what's the line you will not cross?
I don't think there is one because I do improv. You do improv. You do improv. Like we make fools of ourselves all the time. I agree with you. I don't believe in nudity anymore. That's not like absolutely necessary. I would never do anything without an intimacy coordinator either. So I think that's about it. Probably, I don't know if I'd ever like play a pedophile or something like that.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
There was recently a production in town of How I Learned to Drive.
Yeah.
Which is about that subject. It's about an uncle teaching his niece how to drive, and over the course of that relationship, he molests her in various ways. And I saw that in college, and they just recently did a production, but I just remember thinking like, I don't know how I could go out to the audience afterwards after that show.
And not get like pepper sprayed or something.
Hey, you were great. Super believable.
You were too good, actually.
That was such a good job.
Yeah.
I couldn't separate you from the role, honestly.
Yeah, it's like the last role you want to get a compliment on.
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking about like so I did most of my research on the history of acting.
Sure.
Just brushing up on the theater history classes that I slept through. But it amazes me to think how, like, as actors wanting to be actors in high school or something, being led to believe that we are supposed to take risks that are risks to us, to like some sort of risk to our security. And that's not always true, and rarely it is true, but sometimes it is true. And now looking back, before my time in college, they were doing a show called Night and Day, I think, which required nudity, and they did it. And I'm thinking back to that, and I'm like, those were freaking like between 18 and 21-year-olds. Those are children.
That's like really, really young.
Why are you telling a child they need to do that?
Yeah, that's like too young for like a play like that.
Or I always get told of this this wonderful performance, legendary from UNM, that was Spring Awakening.
Maybe that was it.
Yeah, and everyone in Spring Awakening, they run naked across the stage.
Maybe that was it. Yeah, maybe I'm confusing it with something else.
Oh,
but
maybe. Or I mean, there's plenty of plays that are just kind of creepy like that.
maybe I'm just a hypocrites, which is apparently the Greek word for actor.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm not butchering it. Hypocrites is one who answers.
Oh.
And it relates into the person who answers the chorus.
Yeah.
So the chorus says something, the actor answers them. But you may notice it is very close to the word hypocrite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Which
cool.
refers to someone not speaking truthfully, which is what an actor does.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah. We're all
that's really
hypocrites,
neat.
guys.
Yeah.
We're all hypocrites.
We're all hypocrites on the inside.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep. Just a bunch of naked, wired up hypocrites.
Just hurting our groins on wires.
Hey.
Wires while you're naked.
Ooh.
No?
Yeah. No.
I don't think so.
What would they even
that's a line.
What would they even hold on to?
I guess you would have to have like a bodice or something that is
Yeah.
flesh colored.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Oy, that's weird.
Or like see-through plastic straps.
Yeah, something sexy.
Yeah, they use that for Anthony Starr, right? For the boys, they put these straps around your nips, and
That's true because
Up
his
and down.
costume's painted on.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got
Oh,
big,
yeah.
big muscles. I saw a clip of him being lifted up off the ground on wires for the spinoff Gen V,
Oh.
and in the clip he's like, "Oh fuck you guys." Fuck. And he's just cursing out of his mouth that as he gets lifted up, and you see it, and you're like, man, he's being a wimp. You should.
Have either of you ever been? Hoisted up on a.
But
harness?
I'm sure while that's happening, you're like, oh no, I was wrong.
Oh yeah. I've never been hoisted up on a harness except for in like rock climbing or something like that.
Oh sure.
But never for like a show or anything like that.
Yeah.
I was like an extra on Midnight Texas where they were using some wires. It was like this fight between like a vampire and a leprechaun in like a cage match.
Of course.
I
Yeah.
hate it when that happens.
Yeah. And I was like an audience member just being like, yeah.
What'd you vote for, or who were you rooting for?
I think I was rooting for I was rooting for the vampire because he picks up the leprechaun and he throws him against like the cage wall. That's what all the wires was for.
Sure.
And so it's like I get all hyped up for that.
I think we should introduce voting into pro wrestling and other cage prize fighting events. The audience votes for who they think wins, and then they win.
That'd be cool.
There we go. Yeah.
You do the thumb like in a Roman emperor.
No. You put in your ballot. Everyone has a ballot. They write it down, and then they count it up. And
Can it just be electronic? Does it have to be?
And then the
That's gonna be
wrestlers,
paper.
the wrestlers just standing on the ring, just waiting patiently for all the votes to come in of the whole.
Counting
they don't want
paper
voter fraud
ballots.
to happen.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, they got to.
Most wrestling takes place in Florida, where that kind of thing happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I hear.
They're like, yeah, we gotta count it again. I think we gotta. Yeah.
We got a lot of hanging chads, which means you get to hang Chad off of the octagon. Whoa! Is octagon a cage? No,
I don't
think
know.
it's just 8-sided.
Oh yeah.
Well, an octagon's a
Arena.
shape.
Well, yeah. I was wondering if it was a cage match or if it's just the
Octagons
shape.
are real. They're
Oh
real.
yeah, octagons are real. I don't know if I believe in octagons.
Yeah. That's like.
honestly.
When was the last time you saw an octagon?
Yeah.
Honestly, I can't think of the last time I saw an octagon.
No, because stop signs, I don't even look at them, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
Is that an octagon?
No, it's just a red blur when you go fast.
Oh, you're right. Hold on. Yeah.
Yeah.
A red blur when you go fast.
red blur. I've seen some of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one when I was exploding my back window.
Yeah.
Yeah. Of the glass going in your. Oh my gosh. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I got to admit.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
So, octagon.
Yeah, octagon.
Well,
I mean, I
wrestling is acting?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think it's like acting. It's like definitely more like, stunt heavy. But
Yeah.
but yeah, you have like a character that you're putting on and everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's almost like one of those types of acting, like commedia dell'arte, or something that has a stereotype. You have the heel, and then you have whatever the good person is called. I don't know, the face.
Well, I think in Commedia, I don't know if they're and they're any good people. They're all just a bunch of nerds.
Honestly, yeah, selfish nerds.
Well, and I guess that's comforting, and it really speaks to the time in which it was created, in that all the characters have some sort of defect or some sort of character trait that makes them less than perfect.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's the doctor character, the doctor / professor.
yeah,
There's the general who talks about all these fights and wars that he's never been in, and such and such. So even the characters that you think would be virtuous are not.
Mm-hmm.
But what was virtuous about Commedia dell'arte
what's that?
is that since the time of antiquity, since ancient Rome, which sometimes allowed females to perform on stage, Commedia dell'arte was the first place in Italy to allow professional women to perform via contract. There's a contract signed by a Lucrezia de Siena, an Italian actress, in 1564.
Oh wow!
And because people found that contract, they know that she was paid, and she acted legally within the full weight of the law on stage.
Wow.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, then what do they think of like frickin' Shakespeare, who would set plays in Italy and then have men play women?
Honestly.
I don't know.
So strange. Yeah.
This
Yeah.
Shakespeare guy's taking a real step back,
Yeah. What a jerk.
Well, so according to my encyclopedia, that was before. Was it? No, never mind. I don't know what I'm talking about.
Sure.
I'm getting numbers mixed up. I'm acting like I know what I'm talking about.
It's so
but I don't.
difficult with the numbers. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, I teach intro to theater, and we go through theater history, and it does get very confusing. Not so much when you go from like a westernized point of view, because it's kind of linear, but then you're also like, oh, these students have never heard of the Eastern kind of cultures that have, everyone talks about like Aristotle doing this treatise on acting first. And then there's no one ever talks about, and I can't even remember his name. I'm so sorry, but there's a Sanskrit treatise on acting, which was, I believe, before that, I think. Yeah. So it's crazy.
Yeah.
Numbers.
Well, yeah. That is what I said before about like the whole sections of the world that even in the Wikipedia article that I didn't look at, that I didn't do my research from, teacher, doesn't really go into. Like, you know, there's Japanese theater, there's Chinese theater, different theaters from different parts of India. And, you know, a layman might say it's because they don't ascribe to the same, like, values of acting as we do. Like, you'd say there's not really like they don't really have like celebrity actors, you know, it's more of a communal thing.
Oh, wow.
And so that's why we consider like our version of acting like, you know, more talked about, superior, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, so much better than
Yeah.
everywhere else. Well, Bollywood these days is blowing up. They have people that are massive.
Yeah.
In China, we have actors that are, you know, as big as Tom Cruise is or any of our celebrities. We just never hear about them because we don't see a lot of Chinese movies
Oh yeah.
for the masses.
Mm-hmm.
But they come in every now and then because now China pays for like 50% of these big budget movies. So if you have a Roland Emmerich movie with a $200 million budget, if $100 million came from China, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, here's, you know, the Chinese best friend who's also the second lead. So they have their actors in here, not meaning to sound racist or anything. I really do like the Chinese film industry, even though I don't like a lot of things about the government. But it's very propaganda heavy. We're not going to get into it now. But they have a lot of really great actors who want to come over here. And Jackie Chan. South Korea now. Oh my God.
Ooh.
You can't South Korean content is everywhere. And their celebrities are the fame on some of these actors and / musicians.
Oh, it's crazy.
You can't even fathom that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like K-pop is just huge. Like, it's crazy. I know there's like, I don't know like the names of group members or anything, but it's like you hear about like BTS and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy popular here.
How would you define a celebrity actor? An actor who is both an actor and a celebrity.
Well, I mean, there's shades, right? Because I mean, I am very much a proponent of let's celebrate the character actors or the person who's been in 1,000 things, but people can't really recognize them.
Like Christopher Walken?
The supporting actors. No, not even Christopher Walken. Like I just read or I listened to the audiobook. Paul Scheer has an audiobook. If anyone knows Paul Scheer.
Oh, it rings a bell.
Yeah.
No,
well, if you saw his face, you'd be like, holy shit, that's Paul Scheer. The League. Has anyone watched The League on FX?
I have not seen
Extraordinary Gentleman.
Oh my God. I watched that for the first time a month ago.
Ooh.
That movie's good.
Ooh.
Oh my God. It's
I have not
so
seen
fun.
it. I have not
Ooh,
seen
I have to
it.
check
only
that
know
out.
about it.
Yeah. Oh, neither of you seen it. Okay.
I haven't seen it.
Oh my God. I never watched it because it got so panned, but back in 2000, of course. But now I'm like, shit, this movie's fun. It's so stupid and so fun.
You think it's better than the Marvel content coming out these days?
Well, these days, yeah.
Hey, shots fired. But you were watching The League on FX.
Well, Paul Scheer is one of these people. He does a podcast called How Did This Get Made? And all of these people are Jason Mantzoukas and June Diane Raphael. All of them are these kind of character actors. You'll recognize every single one of these people if I showed you a picture. But, you know, they're celebrities in my heart.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I would lose my shit if I saw those three. But I've worked on 1,000 movies. You know, I've sat next to fucking, I don't know, Mila Kunis or Denzel Washington.
Oh, wow.
And it's like not starstruck at all by those people who are supposedly on these upper echelons of acting royalty. But if I saw those three on the street, you know, Paul Scheer, all those people, I would go nuts. I'd be like so fanboyed out.
Oh yeah.
So celebrity means something different to different people, I think.
Yeah. 'Cause it's almost like it's like, oh, these ones are they get enough like hyped up, they get enough like star power, but like it's like you're making up for the lack of deserved star power for the character actors.
Yeah. Honestly. Because those people will be nothing without the supporting cast.
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Parts of the internet define celebrity actor as an actor who has permanent clientele.
Okay.
Permanent clientele, meaning that they have people who will come to see whatever they're in, no matter what it is. And this, I guess, idea was developed in the Restoration era of England.
Okay.
So after the Civil War in England, I'm pretty sure.
War of the Roses.
No, I think it was the roar between the roar between the monarchy and Cromwell.
Yeah, Joseph Cromwell. Joseph Cromwell.
I'm not sure about that. I think you're acting like you know what you're talking about.
Yeah, you know.
You hypocrite. But so this time started developing actors who started to have breakout performances that people really liked. So people would follow them and go see whatever they were in. So then they would start to travel to different areas to get more permanent clientele, which I don't know. Is that a sort of sardonic way of thinking about a celebrity actor? Someone who has permanent clientele. It doesn't reference anything about their skill or how much money they have, what their status is. It's someone who has permanent clientele. It's almost like they're a businessman, a business person. Like they're looking for the best business opportunity. What do you think?
I mean, it's a nice kind of clear way of thinking about it. If we needed to put something more firm as to what a celebrity is, sure, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that makes you think there's there's definitely then there's definitely celebrity directors, where it's like, oh, they're working on that. I want to see that too.
Yeah.
So
speaking of that, so we've all experienced film school in some sort of way, either through ourselves or we've had friends who've gone through it. And the stereotype is that a film student likes a certain director, like Quentin Tarantino, J.J. Abrams, who, if, let's see, how do I want to phrase this? If your friend or someone you knew, revered this director, blank director, that would be a bad thing. Like you'd want to steer clear of that person, or you'd want to talk less with that person. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like what comes to mind? Like for me, I think it's Tarantino. I think people who are just only Tarantino and think he is the beginning and end of all story crafting and movie making. Those people, I feel like I don't have as much in common with, and I don't have as much to talk to them about with.
Yeah, because he is. I mean, he's very good. But yeah, when people are like, "Yo, he's the only," it is and it's kind of like the first one you think of, where it's like, well, I'm getting into film in these movies, Tarantino. But I don't know if I would really I guess Tarantino's the more generic kind of answer, or oh, okay, yeah. But I don't know if I would be all right, I don't know, I'll stay clear of you or anything. But yeah, I think Tarantino's probably one of the more that kind of answer where it's okay, okay, freshman, or something. Honestly. Push him in the locker. No.
Let's go to your dorm room and look at your poster of Goodfellas.
Yeah. Or Reservoir Dogs. Or Pulp Fiction. Yep.
Yeah, it's always hard to tell because inevitably I'll have a freshman who says Tarantino or Martin Scorsese or something like that. I don't usually judge because that is a very kind of I'm getting into film, and these are just the people who have been pushed on me. By the film hegemony or something like that.
Yeah, it's one of the first ones that you kind of latch onto. So it's okay, so they're getting into it. But if they say something different, it's oh shoot, okay, so what do you have to say about this person?
Exactly. You got to give them 4 years.
Yeah.
It'll be Tarantino, And then all of a sudden, like year 2, it's like, oh, I'm just in French New Wave and Godard is the best. And then, then they go to like the classics, like the 30s or something. And they're like, Millie Gaze. I don't know. And then we always get the one, and I don't really like this director, but every student that really loves this director is just a great student. Is the Robert Eggers, like the witch and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Eggers is great. I really, he's definitely.
But you don't like him.
I don't really care for like his writing style, his storytelling style, but seriously, when a student likes that director, it's like, oh, they're also going to be a phenomenal DP in 4 years or something great. It's weird.
What else is Robert Eggers, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if you saw the trailer for the new one.
He's doing Nosferatu.
Oh, he's remaking Nosferatu.
Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah.
I didn't see. I tend to avoid trailers for movies I'm already going to see because I like to see as much of it for the first time when I go watch it for the first time rather than have like. Cause so many trailers they just like spoil or they they just throw in as much as possible for like trailer 1, trailer 2, trailer 3, and eventually see like most of the movie through it.
Yeah.
So it's like if I'm already sold on a movie, I don't really watch the trailer. But yeah, Nosferatu is one of those where it's like, okay, I'm already going to see it, so I don't need to see the trailer.
Sure.
Yeah.
What else has he done?
He did the Lighthouse, the Northman, and the Witch. And also watched one of his like before that he did like a adaptation of like Hansel and Gretel as like a short film.
Oh, not the one with Jeremy Renner.
Oh,
the Witch Hunters.
That wasn't him.
No. Although I always get sent this clip, I don't get sent it, but it's like comes up in my algorithm for some reason of like that movie, and then the little gingerbread man, he like absorbs a child's body and it's like a really fucked up, uncanny scene.
Whoa.
I've never seen the movie, but they send me this scene, and even when I'm like not interested, they still pop it up. What the hell?
It would be more comforting if it was an actual person.
Yeah.
Sending you, you know what? I think they'll actually like. I think he just needs to give it a chance.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hansel and Gretel witch hunters.
Like when Paul Rudd is on Conan O'Brien. Anyone know this story? Well,
No.
Oh yeah, no.
Paul Rudd went on for like 20 times. He was a guest, and every time Conan was like, "You got a clip from your new movie?" and Paul Rudd plays the same clip of this movie called Mac and Me.
The
The kid in the wheelchair, he falls off the cliff. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. And there's like an ending part of the movie where he gets like the kid also gets like shot.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
yeah,
what?
Never seen it?
I never seen Mac and Me, but I've seen like the clips of it.
Okay.
And there's like policemen shooting at like the family of aliens who are like, I don't know, here to have McDonald's or something. And the kid like wheels out but gets in the way. And then he just goes like, and then a big explosion happens in front of him.
They just killed a kid.
Yeah.
It's pretty fantastic.
But
Well,
then
he
he-
doesn't die.
Yeah. He like hums the McDonald's theme and everything's all right.
Yeah.
I don't know. What
Little rainbow golden arches pop up in the sky. and
Yeah.
Then you convert to Christianity,
Yeah.
like Constantine did.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Honestly, the movie Dark Shadows
Oh.
Sure.
did
Yeah.
not was kind of like a meh movie, but I chuckled to myself when Johnny Depp comes out of the ground and he's like, Mephistopheles, I'm here, and then it's just a big neon
Mm.
M
Oh,
for
yeah.
McDonald's.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
Oh, that's fun. I haven't seen that movie.
So to reiterate what you said, your students who are Robert Edgar stans, they turn out to be good people. They turn out to be good contributing people to film sets.
I think they turn out to be the ones who are like so obsessed with film, they want to learn the intricacies of how every aspect works.
Mm-hmm.
You know, usually when I get someone who's like Tarantino or Martin Scorsese, it's mostly like on the writing
Mm-hmm.
front
Yeah.
where they like that kind of writing.
Interesting.
But yeah, I can think of a handful of students who, you know, I could talk about those movies with them and I could trust them to, you know, line up a shot correctly, like be an excellent DP or anything really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. They really want to know like And it's weird that you can put students up like that. Like
Mhm.
just from what you told me first year
Yeah.
of what your film tastes were,
Wow.
I can weirdly trust you to want to actually work in this industry.
Yeah, because it's like what who gets you into this,
Yeah.
and yeah.
Do your students watch this? Listen to it?
Maybe. Some of my
So-
students follow me on TikTok, so they probably
Well,
See, now you
I
know
was
what to
gonna,
answer.
I didn't
Now you
want to
know.
like out anyone, but I was gonna say. So, what about J.J. Abrams fanboys? How would you define them?
Keep,
like,
keep them away from the lights.
Yeah.
The lens flare. No.
I get a few of those too.
yeah.
Yeah, but not so much anymore. I mean, he's kind of fallen off the face of the planet. But I get more Snyder fanboys.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
And what are they called to? In
So that's
filmmaking?
interesting because they also have a weird obsession with how a film is made and the intricacies of lighting and cinematography and things like that. I just really don't like Snyder.
Yeah. It's like, oh, that's cool that they're interested in that, but also
Yeah.
him. Like,
You might make something that looks beautiful, but
Yeah.
your stories are going to be garbage. Yeah. I don't know if anyone saw Rebel Moon Part 1 and 2, but I did.
I thought you were hyping that the last podcast I was in. I thought you were hyping that. You were
Rebel
like-
Moon? Yeah, maybe.
yeah.
And so if you come around, you'd
So part 1
The Scar
was
Giver.
real bad.
Oof.
And part 2 was one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen
my
in my
gosh.
life.
you heard of slow-mo, kids? Well, how
boy.
about slowed slow-mo? Slow-mo within slow-mo.
Oh boy.
Oh.
And I think I could say that because I'm not a Snyder convert by any sort. I don't like his filmmaking, but I was one of the people who was like, oh wait, that 4-hour Snyder cut of Justice League was actually pretty good. Honestly,
Okay.
it actually was. So I hope that none of you Snyder people come after me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the comments.
Or just like on the street with the knife. Don't.
Yep. Yeah. Zack Stabbers, as they call him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll send
The stab after him. I'm gonna release the stab-a-cut.
I got a sucker punch for you. Lesser known movie.
Yeah.
300 stabs.
He was stabbed 300 times at being sucker punch. You got to watch, man.
Oh boy.
They're,
Any other Zack Snyder movies?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
yeah.
There was one. Oh no, I forgot.
Oh,
Wait,
Yeah.
so what are some other directors that you notice your kids having a fandom
Oh,
over?
that's about
Spielberg.
it. Yeah. That's about it. And we don't talk about actors much, which we really
Coppola.
should. Yeah. Maybe in my acting class, I'll be like, what actors do you like? What style? Do you try to emulate these certain actors? Or, and I've never been a big fan of emulating actors, but
Yeah,
I
me
think
neither.
some people really do like lean on that when they first start acting. I don't know. Is there an actor that you think you emulate the style of, either of you?
Oh, I don't know. Not really. Like, I don't know. When with like thinking of actors, I don't really think of like them and who they emulate. It's more like the roles that they tend to do and are like good in and everything.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, this person's good at like really good at these kinds of roles, or pulling off this kind of thing.
Being typecast.
Yeah, like a lot of like typecast stuff like that. But yeah, I don't know. There's not really one I would say I emulate really.
Yeah.
Me neither. Although in every sort of like, I don't know, preparing for the industry or like finding your type workshop or class I've ever done, people are always like, Chris Evans, you look like Chris Evans.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I'm like, cool, I'll just get working on my six-pack real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Might as well.
I don't feel like I emulate any sort of actors. I don't know if I really have a role model, like an actor that I hold in my heart, and you know what I'm talking about? I don't think I have one. I don't know if I ever had one. Like, I would used to say like I love Robert Downey Jr. I love
Oh, he's great.
Robin Williams. You know, yeah, and they're great, but I don't know. I think I only said that because they were popular.
Sure, yeah. Well, I don't know.
You know.
I can see Robert Downey Jr. Like I used to think, oh, he's really popular. He plays this one type of guy. And then I watched like Chaplin a few years ago.
Ooh.
Have you ever seen Chaplin?
I haven't seen
Jesus
Chaplin.
Christ, he's so good in that movie as Charlie Chaplin.
Dang. Yeah. That's
Really?
That's big shoes to fill for
Yeah.
sure.
Oh yeah, like literally.
Yeah.
This tramp character.
Wow.
Mm.
Did you see him in Oppenheimer?
Fucking please don't. I hated Oppenheimer
Really?
so much.
Okay, so that's another director in like the group of famous
yeah,
directors.
wait,
Nolan.
yeah.
Nolan.
I don't like Christopher Nolan movies.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. There's one movie that I'll love, and that's The Prestige.
Ooh.
It's such a fantastic movie.
Yeah, that's great.
But like everything after that, like Batman, they're fun.
Yeah, the Batmans are
They
fun.
are fun.
Yeah.
yeah.
But everything after that, where it's like Interstellar, Tenet, the shit that I can't get my head around at all, or like I don't think he can. When he made Tenet, did he know everything that was happening in Tenet and how the world worked? And fucking, I doubt it.
I don't know. I really liked Tenet.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Yeah.
What did you like about Tenet?
I liked how it kind of it blew up and then wrapped itself up with like all the weird time stuff. You're just like, what the hell's going on? And then it like all comes together and you're like, oh, and like you kind of like fill holes up. It's like, oh, he like went back and did all this stuff. Like it does kind of like what you want it to do for such a weird kind of the story does. I guess.
Yeah.
There's this weird time knot thing, like cycles back into itself or something.
Can you watch the movie backwards and it's like the same movie?
Ooh,
Have you tried?
Cool.
I have not watched Tenet backwards.
Cool
You could watch
experiment.
Memento backwards. I think if you
Ooh.
bought the DVD, I think it came with like a watch it backwards, option. Yeah.
Ooh, I'll have to do that.
Kind of cool.
I should get the Memento Blu-ray and do that.
Okay, I lied. Memento's a good movie too.
Memento's good. Memento's good.
So two.
Whoa.
Did
Working on a third.
maybe it's the writing. Does Christopher Nolan did he solely write Interstellar and Tenet and
like Inception and stuff?
Inception? Yeah.
I think he did.
Inception, I think, was his brother.
Oh, maybe because his brother.
It was based on a
Yeah.
short story that his brother wrote. I want to say.
Because his brother's good. He's a good writer. Like, I'll give him that. Because he also, it's Jonathan Nolan, right? Is that his brother?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Something Nolan.
So, like, the early stuff, cool. He also wrote Batman's. He wrote Batman's. Yeah.
Batman's.
The Batmans.
Batman's and the Dark Knight.
And then also created Westworld, I think. That's
Ooh.
Jonathan Nolan, right?
Yeah.
And Lisa Joy. So, married couple, maybe they keep each other in check. But even Westworld was like, what the fuck's going on 90% of the time?
Oh yeah.
So maybe I'm just picky.
When I was an extra on the set of Oppenheimer,
Yeah.
I had already forgotten that it was a Nolan film because when they put out the call, they didn't say it was Oppenheimer. They said it was Universal Studios, right? They were like, Universal Studios is doing a huge production, and that's all they said. But somehow people pieced together that it was Oppenheimer because they knew Christopher Nolan and what he was filming. But I didn't, so I forgot about it. So when I got to set, I was looking at a guy and I was like, that guy looks like Christopher Nolan. Oh my God, it is Christopher Nolan. Oh, this is Oppenheimer.
Oh shoot.
And there were people that were like, it's easy to understand why he's such an adamant director of like no cell phones, no sitting down, no one talks to me.
Sure.
Because people are just trying to they revere him. They worship him. They're trying to get physically as close to him as possible. So they can like reach out and touch him or like ask him a question or like stand a little closer to him and maybe he'll give them a direction. Yeah, it's wild.
That's crazy. Have you ever been an extra on something big?
No, I haven't really been on an extra something. I haven't been on an extra something big, but a friend of mine also worked on Oppenheimer. They played like a military guy in like the background.
Sure.
And I think
Yeah,
I think
I
we
was-
received some. Oh, sorry.
I was just gonna say I was Army Corps of Engineers. So they had
Ooh.
Army Corps of Engineers and then other military guys. So yeah, there's a lot of them.
Oh yeah. Maybe,
Cool.
maybe you're on the same set.
It's possible, yeah.
Yeah. And there was like this army hat. And he just thought like, oh, they like have a bunch of these hats, so might as well like, take it as a souvenir. Maybe.
Oh fuck no.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah.
They hunt him down.
Well, no, they haven't. But then he also looked, and it was like, oh, this is an actual hat from that time period.
Oh no.
So it's like, oh shoot. So yeah.
Uh-oh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're big into using the relics.
Mhm.
Although
Yeah.
on set they had like tools that I'm sure were from that time period too, rusty shovels and shit.
Sure.
And I was like,
It's related.
but if we're in the past, these things aren't old, they're new.
Yeah.
So we need to get new things. Why
Makes
am I
sense.
using a rusty pickaxe?
Yeah.
But Christopher Nolan already he's such an auteur. He
Yeah.
he knew what he was doing. He was like, I'm already gonna blur out the edges of the frame. No one's gonna notice that. Apparently that happened a lot in the movie. I still haven't
Well,
seen it.
yeah, dude.
Oh.
Like for someone who did like Dunkirk, which is this massive, ultra wide, like landscape heavy shot. When you saw Oppenheimer, it's literally the camera's fucking right here, like 99% of the time, right up on these extreme close-ups of just Cillian Murphy going, oh God.
I can't believe
Oh.
it. What have I done?
I do.
My le bomb.
Oops.
It killed people.
Ooh. Oops.
Yeah, dumbass. Like, and the whole time he's like, don't worry, this will solve
This will work.
everything.
This will solve everything.
Or-
it's like, no.
Yeah.
Or it'll destroy the atmosphere. One of those. And it's like, no. Yeah.
That's probably nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably nothing.
Yeah, we'll just get another atmosphere. It's fine.
Yeah, we'll just get another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give it a billion years. We're
Mhm.
good.
That goober Oppenheimer.
Oppengoober.
Oppengoober.
Oppengoober. I like it.
Gubenheimer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Acting.
Acting.
Actor specifically.
Ah.
Oh, sorry. Actor
Yeah,
is the
actor.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we ever explicitly said actor is the word. Did
that's
we?
what you told me.
Oh.
Well, yeah, but did we tell the audience that, or did we just go off on
I
actors?
think we just went off
Oh,
and assumed the audience
shit.
could keep
Oh.
up. And I'm noticing this is an all male cast we have going on. The audience has probably lost interest really quick. Let's be honest.
That's true.
we're
Although
not
I
there.
don't gender actor.
Did I say actress?
No. But the audience should know. If I'm talking about actor on this episode, I'll say actor for every
Oh, yeah.
single person.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really just their pronouns. Female actor,
Mhm.
you know, just whatever.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
I just don't like actress.
Yeah. And like
know.
saying actor now they can watch it backwards and then it'll be at the beginning.
Oh shit! Tenet! Ah! Actor's a palindrome! Oh!
Yeah.
Did you know actor spells actor forwards and backwards?
No way.
Oh.
Whoa.
I've been incepted.
Just like
what was that
NASCAR.
movie about? NASCAR. Shut up. I did it in my head. Like, stupid Steve. Are we out of time?
I don't know.
don't-
Timekeeper.
Gavin, you got
timekeeper.
anything to promote? You want socials or something? Or
Not really. Just kind of chilling, having a good time.
cool. So don't follow Gavin on anything.
Don't follow me. Stay away.
Yeah. Which we didn't talk about. Actors these days have to do so much fucking legwork and social media.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Even Brad Pitt's like, I got to get a podcast to make ends meet.
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah. Mm-mm.
oh well.
Well.
That's about the time we have.
Oh.
All right.
All right.
Thanks for joining us.
Oh yeah, of
Thank you,
course. Thanks
Gavin.
for having me over.
Yeah.
No
Yeah, that's
problem.
very fun.
Acting.
Acting.
Like you're a pleasant
Actor.
person. No, I'm just kidding.
Actor is the. So is there like a word of the day kind of thing?
Yeah.
See, he doesn't
we
even
didn't
know the
explain that
premise.
to you. I'm
Oh,
so
yeah.
sorry. Actor.
Oh.
Every
All right.
episode we have a word
Mm.
and we talk in depth about that word or not at all.
Oh.
Well, now we've established that we can get started with the episode.
yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
Record.
welcome. All right.
Welcome, Gavin.
Whoa.
Thank you for coming on to the show.
Thanks again.
Thanks for having me.